Welcome to S-Info Podcast, a European format showcasing independent journalistic investigations developed in collaboration with local communities. A project designed to inform, delve deeper, and build new grassroots narratives.
In this episode, we're going to explore the investigation conducted by Florence Hainaut, which tackles the topic of sexual exploitation of minors in French-speaking Belgium. This investigation stems from collaboration with Child Focus, an association that helps find missing children and provides prevention, awareness, and education campaigns on sexual exploitation of children. So can you explain a little bit the topic of your investigation and why you chose it?
So I worked on the sexual exploitation of underage girls, and I wanted to understand why children are sexually abused and exploited in Belgium and why it's not a national scandal. I chose this topic because it lies at the intersection of subjects that I deal with and gender issues, because most of the victims are young girls. Class issues too. Many of the victims are dependent on child welfare services and are seen primarily as problematic girls rather than victims. I've been working for years on the issue of misogynistic cyber violence, and in this phenomenon, it's important to understand how platforms work and why children are targets for predators and why the police have difficulties countering this trafficking.
Can you explain a bit how this issue affected the territory you explored and what did you observe?
The way Belgium is divided with its federal state, regions and communities means that the problem depends on so many levels of power and so many structures, and therefore so many political wills that no one seems to think they have a role to play in combating the phenomenon. But behind the difficulties caused by Belgian political organization, there is a lack of interest in this issue at all levels. It is as if the sexual exploitation of very young girls were acceptable in Belgium in 2025. So there is no political will in this area. It's not a priority in police budgets, in justice budgets, or in policies that help children. And one of the reasons for this is that very few figures are available on the topic, partly because there are no means of detecting the problem. And without figures, it's easier to deny the problem. Today, we don't know exactly how many underage are sexually exploited in Belgium, but some reports put the figure at nearly 2,000, which is absolutely huge.
And what is the thing that struck you the most during your investigation?
The fact that in Belgium, a country traumatized by child sex abuse scandals, thousands of children are allowed to be raped because this is a rape. A teenager cannot consent to her own prostitution. In a country like ours, I don't understand why it's not a national scandal.
Can you explain how you worked with Child Focus through your investigation and how this association enriched your investigation?
Actually, the collaboration went really well because the foundation is best known for its work with missing children, but it has another essential mission. It's to combat the sexual exploitation of children. And in Belgium, it's really the go-to organization for the issue I dealt with my investigation. So everyone I spoke to was lovely and patient and helped me enormously. And the foundation has been trying for years to get the media to cover this issue properly. So when I arrived with my slow journalism and investigative approach, I was very well received.
What do you expect with this investigation?
I expect to raise awareness by putting into simple words a problem that is right there in front of us, but that no one seems to want to see. make sure that after reading my investigation, no one can say they didn't know. And on a personal level, I want to go further and continue working on this topic because there are so many angles that I wasn't able to address in my investigation, such as the role of social media platforms or the profile of the clients who pay to abuse these young girls. So I think I will be working on this issue for quite some time to come.
This podcast is part of S-Info, a European project funded by the EU, focused on media and driven by the need to strengthen democracy. The views expressed are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the position of the European Union. Discover all the investigation on sinfo-project.eu.